Hi everyone. So today we are going to learn about domain understanding and concept elucidation. So what is domain understanding? What is concept? So before that you have to know what is domain and what is concept. What is domain? And in the creation of area, we always create an AI in a specific area, right? So in which area you are going to create a AI? That area is called domain. That area is called domain. It may be a medical field or education field. So that specific area we call it domain or an idea, hypothesis. And what is concept initiation? Before that, you have to know what is ontology? So, what is ontology? Ontology is a basic term of knowledge as a collection of ideas within an area and their connection. For example, when you are going to create an AI in the specific area medical field, okay, in that time you have to develop an ontology, okay, for that AI, you specific AI, you have to develop an ontology. That ontology is nothing but it's like a brain. Okay, how human brain works. The ontology is a brain for your AI. Okay, they use concepts and relationship to reason in ways that are similar to how humans see interconnected notion. In the field of medical field, when you are developing an ontology, you will insert all the concept, like all the medical name, all the doctor's name, all the staff in that ontology, so that the next time when you are asking a AI the question, the AI use the ontology to answer the answer for the specific question. So that is called ontology. For any AI, you have to develop an ontology. So ontology works like a brain. Immediately it will give an answer. After matching the ontology, your AI immediately give a answer. So that is called ontology. So now there are few terms we use in ontology. So common components of ontologies include individuals, classes set, attributes, and relation. So what is individuals? Individuals is nothing but instance or subject. Example, a doctor. So, sorry, a doctor name, a specific doctor. That he is an individual person, right? So we call it instance. Second, classes set. Classes set is nothing but a kinds of things. For example, a doctor name is an individual. Okay, specific person is an individual. But the person comes under which category? That category is a which class. That class is a concept. Okay, and then attributes is a properties, features, or comes under attributes. And then relation. The relation is a ways in which classes and individuals can be related to one another. That is relation. For example, a doctor has an employee, has an employer as an organization, that has the employer as a connection, right? That is a relation. So these are the components in ontology. Now, concept and instances. What is concept? What is instance? I already told what is concept is a general representation of what is common to a set of instances. In the given diagram, you can see, so professor is a concept. Because under professor, there are a lot of categories like assistant professor, associate professor, and full professor. So a lot of categories. So the common name is professor, so that it is called concept. And Amanda is an individual person, and Dan Smith is an individual person. So they are instance of professor. So this is instance and that concept. Now the entire diagram. So this is a simple example for uh, ontology hierarchy. For in an education field, like person is a common, right? He's a concept. Person is a common, doctor is a person, engineer is a person, all are person. So person is a common thing, so we call common person as a concept. So under that, university employee and student. Okay, they are the sub-concept of concept. And then faculty member, staff member, or the sub-concept of university employee. The graduate student and undergraduate student, or the sub-concept of student. And then assistant professor, associate professor, full professor, or the sub-concept of professor. And then finally, you can see John Smith, John Twy, Jane Austen, John Dean, Bob Shaw. They are the instant, they are the individual person, right? So the individual person, we call it instance of the sub-concept or instance of the concept. So this is the simple hierarchy tree for ontology development. And next, ontology development steps. What are the steps you have to use to develop an ontology? First, you have to define a basic concept. Okay, so whenever when anyone is saying some ideas about creating an AI, you have to define a concept. What are the common things are there? So that is first step. You have to define a basic concept and then organization into a hierarchical structure. And then you have to define object features by using previously defined concepts. The third one, you have to define instance. So first, you have to define a basic concept. Second, you have to define a features. Then the features is nothing but from where the domain begins and from what range it goes. So that is, for example, in education system, as a person is a starting point, right? And the individual is a range. So that is what you have to define features. And then third one, you have to define instances. And fourth one, again, you have to extend this ontology with a new concept, features, and instance. You are going to extend the ontology. And fifth one, you have to repeat this preceding steps until the ontology is judged to be completely enough. For example, in education field, I'm going to create some AI, and I have some idea about that AI, right? So until your idea fulfilled, you have to expand this preceding steps. So that is, you have to repeat the steps until the ontology is judged to be complete enough. And then concept elicitation. Now, what is concept elicitation? Concept elicitation is nothing but defining concept. Okay, so for example, the expert is telling some idea. From that, you are going to define some concept. Okay, so that is called concept elicitation. And what is concept elicitation? Consists determining which concept apply in the domain. What do they mean? What is their relative place in the domain? What are the differentiating criteria distinct using similar concept? And what is the organizational structure giving this concept a coherence for the expert? So this is concept realization. When the expert is telling about his idea, you have to create an ontology, right? So the first step, you have to define a concept. That is called concept elicitation. Next, basic concept elicitation methods. What are the basic concept elicitation methods? Preliminary method, an interview with the expert, and protocol analysis, and then consort method. The first one, preliminary method. First one is tutorial session delivered by the expert. Okay? So tutorial session delivered by the expert. So it is nothing but, for example, in a tutorial, the tutor explain you about the subject and you will take a notes from it, right? From his talk, from his explanation, you will take a notes, right? So that is called tutorial session delivered by the expert. Expert is nothing but who has an idea about the AI. And then knowledge engineer is nothing but who are going to create an ontology. The knowledge engineer asks the subject matter expert to prepare a introductory talk outlining the whole domain and to deliver it as a tutorial session. Then the knowledge engineer extract concepts from the transcript of the talk. And second one, a talk list created by the expert. A talk list created by the expert, nothing but like, for example, your subject expert himself give you a list of concept. So that is what a talk list created by expert. The knowledge engineer asks the subject matter expert to generate a list of typical concept and then systematically probe for more relevant information. Then book index. So book index is it's nothing but when your professor asking you to refer some book related to his last topic, explained last topic. So when he asks you to refer some book, you will immediately go library and refer some books, right? The same way, when your subject matter expert explain you his idea about AI, and then you will refer a book related to his idea, and then you will define a concept by yourself. So that is book index. And then unstructured interviews with the expert. Unstructured interviews with the expert. These are goal-oriented method used. Like unstructured interviews is nothing but, so you are shooting a question which is out of syllabus. Okay, so you are shooting a new question which is out of syllabus. There is no answer for it. So your subject expert will realize, okay, so there is a possible to ask a questions like this. So he will again extend the ontology, which is related to your question. So he will again create a concept according to that. You will again create a concept according to this. So that is unstructured interview with an expert. Then structured interview with an expert is nothing but, before creating an ontology, you know, you will have an idea about the ontology, like domain, about the domain, right? So according to that domain, you will fix the question. For example, if you are creating an ontology which is related to medical field, surely you know the people will ask about the symptoms. So you'll fix the question related to that, right? So we'll create an ontology which is related to that question. You know, advanced, you are fixing the question which is advanced, so that you are creating an ontology related to that. So that is called structured interview with an expert. These are interviews where the questions are fixed in advance. The types of unstructured question include multiple choice question, dichotomous question, and ranking scale questions. All the knowledge engineers consider, and they will create an ontology related to that. And then protocol analysis, think a lot technique, which is nothing but think a lot question technique, which is nothing but, for example, a doctor, he go through, he analyze the symptoms, everything. He won't interrupt anything, and he will analyze everything from the beginning to last of the patient, and then he will come up with a solution to operate it. Right? So that is called protocol analysis. Your subject expert will explain about his idea, and you will not interrupt or you will not ask question. Later, the final stage, you will analyze the protocol. Okay, this is how it performed, and you will create a concept by yourself. Then last one, the card sort method. Card sort method. Consort method, there is a few steps. Okay, consort method means the same medical field. Okay, that is same medical field. There are a lot of medicines. Okay, you are listing all the medicines in front of your subject expert, and he will group it. And he will group it, that related medicine, he will group it. These medicines are for cough, these medicines are for fever, these medicines are for stomach ache. So he will group it, and he will label a new name for them. And again, he will group the groups itself. Okay, again he will give a name. So he will repeat this process until you are getting a simple concept name. So this is what consort method. Okay, there are steps I given. So type the concepts on small individual index cards. Ask the expert to group together the related concept into as many small groups as possible. Then ask the expert to label each of the groups and then ask the expert to combine the groups into slightly larger group and label them. So repeat this step until a single group is uptight. So this is how the hierarchical organization of the concept happen. So this is hot sort method. These are the methods. How should you elicit the concept? How you will define a concept? How you will determine the concept? This is how this topic. So we learned about domain and concept elicitation. Also, what is ontology? Thank you.